When it was at its worst, there was a point where I thought, I'm going to have a mental breakdown. The pains in earnest started round about 9 years ago. I really was worried at one stage that I was going to end up in a wheelchair because of the pains. I couldn't bear to even put my feet on the floor. It was like thousands of pins and needles in my feet, in the soles of my feet. Loss of grip in your hand, pain all across your shoulders and down your back. I'd had what always felt like heavy legs. My legs, I felt as though I had flu all the time. I honestly believe at one stage that I would have to pack in walking because I was in that much pain. I didn't think my body could take it. I didn't think psychologically I could take the pain. But gradually through time, it got to a point where I had to go and seek some medical advice, and I've been for scans. I've had electrodes on my head, I've had MRIs, CAT scans, you name it, to try and find the cause of it. But all they ever said was it's wear and tear and cartilage worn. I was on all sorts of medication from the doctors, but there was days when I was taking it, my legs didn't feel like mine. 2 of them now have just very recently been reclassified as controlled drugs. I also found out I've got something called Chiari malformation, which is where the brain protrudes from the bottom of the skull, and potentially through long term can press on the nerves and etc. You can have a good life still. It's not something that's going to cripple you overnight. It's not something that might ever get to a point where they need to operate. It might never happen, so you've just got to get on with it. The walking certainly helped us deal with it. Even when I was camping in the snow in the middle of December, people used to think I was mad, but what a release it was. I made the decision to start and come off the medication because I went to somebody's house who was a gentleman who was in his 70s, and he was taking the same medication as I was. It was all on the side, and I just thought, is this what I'm going to have to be doing till whenever? And I was really worried that the medication, yes, it worked to a degree, but I was worried because it was masking the symptoms, was I making the symptoms worse because I was continuing to do what I was doing? So was I contributing to my future ill health? If it wasn't for walking, I don't know where I'd be. I honestly believe I'd be in a lot more pain now. I think I'd be on more tablets or stronger tablets. Quite possible I couldn't walk. And to this day, I very, very rarely get to a point where I have to take anything serious like anti-inflammatories. If I sit on the settee all day, I'm absolutely crippled, drained. Being out in the hills is a great release. I just feel everything just drain away. Everybody needs a hobby. Everybody needs something away from work and everything else to be able to just switch off and just be themselves for a little while. It really has enabled us to get rid of all the medication. There was a time though when I didn't want anybody to know, and I tried to hide the pain, I tried to hide the medication, I tried to just deal with it all and just bottle it up. But that's not the answer. That's not the answer at all. You need to be able to talk to somebody. I'm very fortunate I can. We all need time for ourselves. There's so much pressure on people now to be something that they're not necessarily are. They forget to be themselves. And somewhere along the line, a lot of us, we get lost. You kind of deal with this all on your own. And if you are in pain, then ask for help. If you are having trouble mentally, ask for help. No matter how bad things seem to anybody, don't give up.